Hello folks, welcome to LesComm. Starting on another 148. This one, the faceplate on it is just absolutely beautiful. Knobs are in good shape. I don't see hardly any scratches on the faceplate. It just looks really good. Getting ready to test it out and make sure that everything on it works. As you can see, it lights up. The meter's a little faded. The red and the green is a little faded. The LED display is dim, but I don't care because that's going to come out. And so I'm going to check it out and see how it works. I'll be back. Okay. Got her checked out. Transmit's good, but receive is crap. That's right there, negative 60 dB. It should be reading exactly a 9 on the S meter. And RF gain's all the way open. I have to turn the volume way the hell up there to even hear the signal. That's very unusual for a 148. So, got a problem with the receive I'm going to have to take care of. But, like I said, transmit checks out really well. Works good on both the AM and sideband. I'm going to get into it and see what the problem is. I'll be back. Started taking it apart and found that one of the brass screws that holds the mounting bracket on is broken. This screw right here, either the screw threads are stripped or the nut is stripped because it won't come out. And also, I got quite a few holes in the bottom of this thing, so it'll be getting a new set of chrome covers. Not sure what they had mounted on the bottom of it there, but I will check it out thoroughly. Got a feeling they probably had a noise toy in there. There's many buttons, many holes on the bottom of it. But these covers are pretty much trash. The top one's still in pretty good shape, so I might use it on another radio, but the bottom one with all the holes in it is gone. I'll be back. The bottom of the radio doesn't look too bad, but someone had put a channel mod in it and cut the runs there. So I'll have to make sure that those are repaired properly. It looks like they've opened the clarifier. And a few other things that are going on. But overall, it looks pretty good. Sure does. There's another little thing right there. What is that? Maybe just... Okay. Now that might be where they repaired something. I'll have to go check that. And something missing right there. Let's take a look at the other side of it. I see right off the bat TR26 is removed. That's not the stock crystal. And they've put the PLL on a socket. That's not a stock crystal right there either. I had to check that. Does look like it has the stock finals in it though. I don't think they've ever been changed. Still got the green, the Cobra green paint on the nuts and stuff, so we're probably good right there. But definitely got something wrong with the receiver, as you guys saw. So maybe it's just a alignment. I'll try that and see if that works, and we'll get down to business. And those covers were off of a newer 148, one of the Ranger built 148s, and I bet that once I get that faceplate off, we'll find that this faceplate's off one of the newer 148s. I did find a scratch spot right here on the corner, but as far as the rest of the bezel goes, it's in really good shape. So I'll keep that. May even decide to keep the faceplate like it is and just tell you which buttons do what, because that is a very pretty faceplate. But of course, though, if I put the decal over it, if you want to go back to the original, all you got to do is peel the decal off. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I got this puppy fixed. TR18 emitter to collector was shorted. It's this guy right here. It's a 2SC1730L. I had spares and put one back in there. So I'm going to get down to business on doing everything else. We'll be back. Okay, folks. Back again. Got quite a few things done in between the last video and this one. This radio had a lot of that old corrosive glue in it, which I got most of that out. That resistor's underneath, laying on the table there. But that's what it looks like. There's the few of the old capacitors that I replaced. A couple of them had a lot of glue on it. That's what's left of D44. The copper colored one, not the clear one. It had glue all over it and it just ate it in two. So I got all that old glue out except for right around that little guy right there, that transformer. Couldn't really get all of it out because it's all in the winding. But this guy's got enamel coated winding except where it goes to the board, so I'm thinking it's going to be okay. I'll probably put a little bit of lubricant on it so that it won't corrode. I didn't see any corrosion on it. Like I said, I picked all the glue out that I could. There was a lot on the crystals, and these crystals had started to corrode. After I got the glue off, you could see the corrosion. And I straightened out, I normally don't do this, but I straightened out a lot of the cans, a lot of the coils, because the ones down this receive line here were just ridiculously crooked. Even that VR right there was crooked. So I straightened them up, soldered them together so that it helped them stay aligned. And connected just a couple of the coils together with some heavy lead. Like I said, I replaced D44 down there, and I replaced C90. Is it C90 or C172? I think it's 172. I'm not sure. The big one right there. I also replaced that guy back there in the back. See that gray cap right there? Now, I normally don't replace caps just to be replacing them because there's no point in it, especially the light blue ones. But the old gray ones, those were the ones that failed a lot in like the Taiwan 148s. This is a Philippine 148. It has the light blue electrolytics, and I didn't see any swelled. Normally, if they get hot, they swell, or the little heat shrunk labeling that tells you what value it is and who the manufacturer is will start to shrink or peel away because the capacitor got too hot. But I didn't see any of that here, so the radio's working perfectly. So I'm sure that all of the caps are okay, and they'll probably last another 15 or 20 years. The finals look like the original finals. Didn't look like they'd ever been replaced. And I've broadbanded the receiver already, put the Schottky diodes in. See those little blue diodes back there? That's the ones for the receiver. Here are the ones for the noise blanker. And I did the noise blanker modification suggested by Rick Jackson at EuroCB. He gives some pretty good hints about ways to improve this radio, and I found that a lot of his hints work really well. I've changed a few things around that he said, just because I like what he did, but I like the way that I did it a little better. A couple of little things like changing values and putting things in different places, but his noise blanker modification works really well. Okay, that's the update. Got the tape on the bezel. There is some light scratches on the bezel. You can't see them now because I already put the tape on it, but it's not bad. I mean, it's really pretty good considering how old the radio is. So someone took care of this one. Okay, gonna get on doing other things like do the LesComm Deluxe clarifier, that kind of stuff. So I'll be back. Well, I found still yet another problem. If you look right there, you don't see any pins coming through the board. This is where the PLL chip goes. This is where the socket is. The socket's still in place. My guess is that they removed the socket from another piece of equipment and tried to use it here. The pins are already cut too short because of the jumpers that run underneath the socket, underneath the PLL chip originally. They couldn't get the socket to set well enough down on the seat on the board. So they just kind of did the best they could with soldering the pins, but that's not acceptable to me. So that socket's coming out, a new one's going in. Okay, new low profile socket is in. Chip's plugged into the socket, and this is pretty much just what I thought. The pins were really too short to use this socket. It's probably one that they took out of another piece of equipment. But look, hey, we got pins sticking through the board. Look at there. So we know we'll get good contact. Okay, I've also replaced that weird 10.24 megahertz crystal with one from Jan Crystals here in Florida. The other one should have been 10.24, but it was actually 10.245, or 245 or 243. Anyway, the Jan crystal is dead on 10.24, which means that the channel spacing would be exactly 10 kilohertz apart, like it should be. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I was wrong. After getting the faceplate off, I can see that it's an original UT505A. It's an original Cobra faceplate, not a Ranger faceplate. The covers were definitely Ranger, but this is an actual Cobra faceplate. So whoever had this radio used it in the home or something and took very good care of it. The knobs even have the little white cotton nubs at the end of them, and they are in excellent condition. The paint for the lines is still perfect. So what I'm going to do is clean up these controls. I'm going to replace the meter, replace the the readout. You know, and all that stuff is getting a LesComm LC6404 with all the bells and whistles. Okay, just thought you'd be interested in knowing that. I'll be back. Okay, I got the radio pretty much finished. Turn my radio down. This is what it looks like inside. That speaker wire sticking up there in the way. Let me move those out of the way. Got the protection diode. It's a 6-amp diode. See that 6A right there. And then a 3300 microfarad 25 volt filter cap on the power connector. You'll notice this orange wire, cable tied, folded up cable tied there. That's the wiring for the switch. It's been pre-wired for the RFX 150 in case whoever buys the radio decides to add it. There's the frequency counter connection right underneath the power plug, or actually right over it, with the radio right side up. So with the switch turned like it is now, once the RFX 150 is installed, that would be amp on. Push down towards the power connector would be amp off if you decide to add an RFX 150. Okay, here's the inside of the radio. It's had the deluxe noise blanker modification, the one that Rick Jackson has graciously shared with everyone from Euro Radio. That's been done. I've done the LesComm Deluxe Clarifier mod, which gives you about at least 6 down and 6 up. I think this radio here does it a little bit more both ways. Okay. What else? There's the LC6404 all installed and tied up. The adapters to make it easy to unplug, to disconnect it, and hook the radio back up to stock if you ever decide to do that. All you need is a jumper to go from adapter 1 to adapter 2, which we do sell. They're like $5. Most people, though, never go back to stock. There's the area around the PLL chip. See that one run there that was cut? It was actually cut in 2 places. But that piece of wire goes all the way from the PLL pin to the adapter pin. So I didn't leave anything to chance. Alright. That's what the radio looks like on the bottom. Okay. Now on the front, it has a black face decal. There's the scan up down switch, the save get. There's the display select, which is frequency, channel 1 reference, or band and channel. And we have the band up and band down switch. Okay, I've done something different on this one. Let me get the power connector hooked up and I'll be right back. This is what it looks like. Did something different. I went with a green, pure green display this time. I think it actually looks pretty nice. Did the pure green around the switches. And you noticed I used pedal switches this time instead of the standard bat toggles. And the meter has a white LED. Now it looks kind of bluish on the camera here, but it's actually white. And of course it has the LesComm white face meter. That's blue and red in there for the scale. All of the knobs work as labeled, just standard. Now if You buy the RFX 150, we can convert the SWR cal control to control AM power. So you can adjust the AM power going to the amplifier. Alright, scan up, scan down. Once the squelch is closed, that's what it does. You can see it's, well, you can't see. Changing frequency is going up now. And when it stops on a channel, this is what it does. Okay, squelch it back again. Let's make it go down. That's squelch down. Or scan down, I'm sorry. That's the LesComm squelch scan. Now this particular decal did not have the squelch scan label on it. It was one that I had purchased before we trademarked that name. So it doesn't, that switch is not labeled squelch scan, but that's what it is. And when it's, the squelch is opened by a strong signal, that's what your display will do. Okay? Take it out of scan. This is the get and save switch. Okay. Now I don't remember which channel I have saved in there, but if you press the get button up, it goes to the channel that you have saved. Okay, I got 41 saved in there. Now you may want to like save channel 38. You know, that's the US call frequency for sideband. You just push this down, it saves that channel. Now I'm going to use the band up down switch to get away from it, and then I'll come back over here and say get the switch, the number, the channel that I had saved. I'll get it right here in a second, and it goes back to it. Okay, this is your display select switch. Up shows the frequency. Just imagine the 2 in front of that and a 5 after. 27385 is the frequency. In the center is the channel 1 reference. That's in reference to CB channel 1. Alright, you notice when I flip the band switch up, we went all the way up to, it goes to the upper 97 and then rolls back around to negative 90. So this radio covers 26065 to 27975. This is a very popular frequency range for my customers in Mexico. Okay, and let's see. These line up with the export radios. Okay, that's band A, channel 1, band B, channel 1, band C, which is CB, channel 1, D, and of course band E. Now band E only has about 12 channels from 86 to 97, 11 channels. So that band is not a full band, but you know, at least you got that. It's 3 channels below where the ham band starts. Right there, 27975. And then it rolls back around to 26065. The radio covers the whole thing. The receive and transmit has been broadbanded. And when I get the covers back on it, I will show you that. Show you the output power of the radio. Now this is just a stock radio. I have done a few things inside the radio to make it talk a little stronger. When you're operating on sideband, you need to run it right around 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, when you're operating on AM, run it right around 12 or 1 o'clock. Sideband, you may want to run it more closer to the wide open or 3 o'clock position, somewhere in there, okay? Especially if you're using a stock microphone, run it wide open. Alright, you will get a stock microphone with the radio. I recommend the Diesel 4-32. That's a really good sounding microphone. Let me hook it up to an antenna so you can hear the receive. Be right back. Okay, we got it on the air now. I'm on the international call frequency 27555 upper sideband. There's someone playing music on upper sideband. Classical music, sounds like. There's the chrome covers. Also have a chrome bracket that's going to go with it. It's a lot better than the case that came on it. Now there is one problem with this one. I can't hardly see them in the camera, but there's some scratches on the top of the case. It was wrapped up in this styrofoam and in a plastic bag, but it still managed to get scratched. It's really hard to see it. Let's see. Can you see it like this? Yeah, you can see them right there. See that? See those scratches in the chrome right there? You might try polishing them out after you get the radio, but I'm not going to attempt it here. That's what it looks like. Pure green under the switches looks nice. I like the white meter. Okay. Went ahead and put the covers on it. There you are, nice set of chrome covers. There's the bracket. I showed you the scratches on the top. Right there. Can you see them? Show them to you again to make sure that you can see them. I might need to go back into it and touch up the clarifier just a little bit, because I noticed I'm having to rock it a little bit to the right side to get it back on 555. The receiver on the radio works really, really well. It's very sensitive now. It has hotkeys for the audio decode. It also has hotkeys in the noise blanker. The noise blanker has been upgraded. It does work better. And the noise blanker A and L is wired permanently on this radio. Now, what I was saying earlier is if you buy the RFX 150 option, I will install it before I ship the radio. And we can wire the SWR calibrate knob to control AM power. Okay. What we'll do is set up the SWR cal so that it can be calibrated using the RF power on AM to check your SWR. You'll turn it to the calibrate position just like you would if it was straight calibrate, but it will manage the power going to the RFX 150 if you want it. Or you can add that. It's a $25 charge for us to do that for use with another amplifier. And I showed you before that the radio is pre-wired for an RFX 150 on-off switch, but that wire will work with another amp. If you want us to run it out the back, we can do that. And you can use it to key and unkey another amplifier. I know a lot of sideband operators like to do it that way. It's 8 volts on that line, and we can set that up, like I said, coming out of the back of the radio, and you can just connect it to the transmit trigger key inside the amplifier. Alright, now this microphone does not go with it. This is my test microphone. This mic is about 15 years old. Cobra doesn't even sell this microphone anymore. One of the best ones they ever made. But this is a January 91 Philippine 148. Let's see if you can see that. You see that right there? January 91. Nice radio. Showed you the inside already. And it will probably be on eBay as well as my website. Okay, a little bit cheaper on the website than it is on eBay, but a lot of folks prefer to buy through eBay. It's just easier for them, I guess. I don't know. But there it is, 1991 Cobra 148 GTL, made in the Philippines, with pure green display and pure green lighting under the pedal switches. I've already explained that to you, what each switch does. They're all labeled. Okay?
This is 29 Juliet Papa 69 car, 29 Division car. Get to here. I get out me 140, just sound me. Yeah, 1919, you want to take up to 565, that's 27565, over. Okay, no bother, thank you very much, sir. You're just having a good over here at 29 Division. You have a good day, take care. Oklahoma, we copy it there. Yeah, you're sounding good into Dublin and Ireland here today. We're about 25 kilometers southwest of Dublin City. You're sounding really good here, over.
Diesel 1, whiskey Delta 215.
Dublin City, Ireland, over.
Whiskey, North America, North America. USA 1, whiskey Delta 215. Break, over.
Thank you very much for giving us a call there. You have a good day. 7 trees for now.
Okay, promised you I would show you the output power of the radio, and let's go ahead and go to, well, that's 555 right there. Am I on sideband? Yep, I'm on sideband. Hello, audio, hello. Turn on the peak reading meter. The meter on the left is average and has a 100 watt slug in it. The meter on the right is peak and has a 50 watt slug, and we are on the ×1 position. Audio test 1 2 3 3 2 1. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio about 18-19 watts peak on 555. And we're going to drop back down into the CB band. Okay. Audio test 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test 1 2. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. Audio 1 2. About 18 there. And the volume knob on this microphone appears to be a little bit dirty. I might have to clean that up. That's where the mic gain set at about 3 o'clock. I'm going to turn it all the way up. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test testing 1 2 3 3 2 1. Audio test 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio. That's on sideband. We'll switch to AM now. Dead key in about 5 watts. Audio, hello, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. And swinging to about 15. Okay, let's go all the way down to the bottom. This is 26065. Dead key in about 4.5 and swinging to about 12. This is all the way on the bottom on AM. Alright, I'm going to switch to sideband. Audio, hello, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. And about 12 watts there on sideband. Alright, let's go all the way to the top. And we'll start with sideband since I got sideband selected already. Audio. Hitting about 15 up there. Let's go to AM. Dead key in about 5 and swinging to about audio. About 13, 14 watts. I actually need to get matching slugs for those meters, but I'll have to order those. I didn't have those. But as you can see, the little radio performs very well. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, that's channel 10 right there. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. And that's swinging to about 15. Alright, that's into a cantenna. I'm not real sure if all of you know what a cantenna is, but it's like an old gallon paint can, metal can that's filled with mineral oil, and has a 50 ohm. Basically, it has a 50 ohm dummy load inside a can of mineral oil. It can handle like 1,000 watts. So that's what I run to do the test on. The SWR is extremely good on it, so it gives a good accurate reading on the meters. All right, and both of those. This is a dual bird meter. Basically, you order the cabinet, and you take the guts out of your meter. I think I got one of them sitting right here. Yeah. Take the guts out of your meter and transfer it into this cabinet. Now, the reason that I like this is that, well, you see this meter here. See how tall they set up there. And I wanted one to be able to read average and one to be able to reach peak. I couldn't do that with them sitting in the position that I have, but this box, and I can't even remember the name of the place that I got it from, but the guy sells on eBay. It's Matt Electronics, I believe. But I bought the cabinet and transferred all of the insides of the bird meters into this. Okay, that way I've got the average and the peak meter setting side by side. I need to label the switches, but I'll get that done later. Right now we're messing with the radio. Alright, well there it is. If you have any questions about it, be sure and email me. It's lcts13 lcts@gmail.com, or you can email me at les@lescomm.com. That's LES, Lima Echo Sierra, at LesComm.com. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot.